Mr. Prime Minister, of course, budget preparation that's currently ongoing. Anything you can give us in terms of a preview of the budget? I know that there was a lot of talk about the mathematical budget. So,
Well, you're right. Preparations are underway, and I'm hoping that I will be in a position to lay the estimates in Parliament fairly soon, certainly by the end of the month at the latest, because, as you know, there are constitutional requirements that we have to fulfill. That being said, there's no question that this is a challenging period for the government and indeed for the people of St. Lucia. I am on record as indicating that I think the worst is over for the private sector, but that is not so for the government because we still have this budget deficit to deal with. We have made good progress on reducing the deficit because the year before the deficit stood at 9.6% and we have been able to reduce it to 6.3%. But that's not enough. We have to continue to reduce it. The work is unfinished. And so some effort, some attention will be paid to reducing the deficit even further. It is clear that in order for us to reduce the deficit, we will have to engage in significant expenditure reduction. Regarding taxation, I think the very good news is that revenue has stabilized. I think VAT has settled, and that will now give me some room to maneuver in terms of making some other adjustments in taxation. I am on record as saying that I do not believe that we should introduce any new taxes at this time. Whatever changes will occur are changes within the existing range of policies. In other words, there will be adjustments of varying kinds, but I don't think that the right way to go is to go by way of introducing new taxation. That being said, I think you are aware that the private sector has been clamoring now for some time to reduce the number of items on the exempted list of goods. St. Lucia has the highest number of exempted items on its VAT legislation. And the private sector has been making demands of the government to reduce that list for the very simple reason that because of the long list of exemptions, they cannot claim the input VAT on those exempted items. And this is a matter we are looking at, we are considering, because there are some items really that ought never to have been on the exempted list. For example, cauliflower and broccoli and those things. They're health foods, but basically what they're doing on the exempt list is, of course, very, very questionable. So in essence, we will have to move in the direction of reducing expenditure, but at the same time, I think because VAT is now stabilizing and we are getting a clearer sense of how it is working, we would be in a position to make some adjustments in respect of some taxes as we begin to shape the future of the country and move away from this very distressing period that we have all experienced.